Would you allow these stones to dictate your path in life and how you choose to live after the world has been brought to the brink of destruction? Some imagine that the oceans will encroach upon the land. The sun will pulse out deadly solar flares and meteors will fall from the sky. Human and animal life will be nearly annihilated from the planet, and those that survive the end of days will have nothing to guide them during their new post-apocalyptic life, except for these Georgia guidestones. But how can we trust these guidestones to tell us how to act and what society should be like when we don't even know who made them? There's 8 different languages represented on these giant stone tablets, and among these 8 languages are 4 ancient languages: Babylonian cuneiform, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics. When translated in every single language, the same 10 rules are repeated over and over and over. You're in for a treat today, because not only am I going to tell you what I've learned and uncovered about these strange commandments, but we're going to go see them for ourselves. Thank you for joining me today, and before we go out and see these guidestones, let's take a look and see what we're actually getting into. So the Georgia guidestones are what some people have called the 10 Commandments of the Apocalypse, and other people say they're the American version of Stonehenge. While I don't entirely agree with the Stonehenge observation, I definitely understand how people feel about that when we know nothing about these granite slabs and who made them. Now, there are a few things that we do know. 1. They cost $500,000 to make. An unknown man approached a granite construction company and brought his idea to them. Several months later, the company was paid and the guidestones appeared in Elberton, Georgia. 2. The man who approached the company told the now deceased operator he wished to remain anonymous. His only identifier is carved into the slabs as R.C. Christian, most likely referring to the Rosicrucians, or in English, the Rose Cross. 3. Lastly, we know that the slots and openings on the slabs are a sundial, a compass, and a calendar. This is most likely for the supposed apocalypse that the Rosicrucians believe to be coming. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, a Rosicrucian is a member of a worldwide brotherhood claiming to possess esoteric wisdom handed down by ancient times. In fact, even the origin of this religion is unknown, and the people who created this are also a mystery. The teachings of Rosicrucianism is attributed to Johann Valentine André, but the authors of the 3 books that created this theology are actually unnamed. Overall, the teachings of Rosicrucianism is largely based in Jewish mysticism, Hermeticism, Christian Gnosticism, and some claim that it even has bits and pieces of occultism. Now, I want to expand on that last one, because the root word occult has taken on a lot of negative and evil meaning. However, an occult is really just the practice, belief, or observation of the supernatural world, or belief in the supernatural world. It's not actually an evil thing, and I do want to stress that, because people hear the word cult and they head for the hills as though they're going to be performing human sacrifices. So the Rosicrucians believe they were given access to special wisdom that enabled them to some supernatural powers that others were not directly capable of. But what is this wisdom? What is the unique knowledge that has remained so quiet and hidden that it hasn't even hit the internet? Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think there's some sort of strange esoteric knowledge that would turn us into superhumans or supernatural beings, or is it just a bunch of hokey superstition? So we have a rough idea of who the Rosicrucians were, but what calls for this cryptic and almost apocalyptic message from these guidestones? Essentially, their belief was that every 13,000 years there would be a cataclysmic natural event that would cause the earth to basically reset, and that's where these Georgia guidestones come in handy. But what is it that they actually say, and do they have any truth or meaning to them? The answer might surprise you, but that's not a question that I want to answer here in an office room. So we're going to the Georgia Guidestones right now. Some people say that it's like the holiest place on earth, while other people say the complete opposite. But either way, we just got to be in our best behavior, because there's been a lot of vandalism in the past few years, and we're probably going to be under video surveillance. Once we arrived, it was quite busy, and we noticed there were some other things here that we didn't hear of before. A slab that detailed the guide stones. And a plaque that spoke about its mystery. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, and love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Before saying this last one, I want you to tell me what you think of these commandments. Are they of any real value, or perhaps they're so general that they may do more harm than good? Let me know in the comments. Lastly, and my personal favorite, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature.